Okay, it says we're live, but it did take quite a while to get there. That makes me a bit nervous. I hope we're live. It's mighty nasty and overcast, rainy day here in Florida, and that very well may impact our internet. We'll see. We're having a repeat of last weekend, aren't we? So let's always do the mic check, as Miss Red Miller is saying right here. What are we going to have issues with tonight? Welcome to the Kelly's Country Life live stream, where we're
It's not
always going to have technical
showing.
glitches. See,
Yeah, it's not showing. Are we live?
Crystal says we're live. We don't ever know from week to week if we're going to have audio issues, lighting issues. As
There it
y'all can
goes.
see,
Mine's on now.
I have the camera as bright as it can be. So can y'all hear us and can y'all see us? That's how we have to start every live stream now. And I had to put my old lens back on because of some camera issues. So it's not going to look the world's best. And we're going to be super bright because we got thunderstorms coming over and it's getting dark on us. You're live. You're
We
live.
are really bright.
We are really bright. I know.
Look.
We're glowing. We're glowing, everybody. Okay, everybody says they can hear and see us. So it is now 5 p.m. Eastern. Welcome, everybody. If you're watching this back later, by all means, leave a comment. We just may not respond live, obviously, because we do allow these to play back after the fact. So, my goodness, we're jumping on a bit late tonight, later than normal, and there is already a ton of people in the house. Let me turn this on live chat so I'm getting everybody's comments. I hate that it goes to top chat for some reason. Holy smokes, y'all. Y'all already got about 40 comments in here or
I
just
know.
chatting and hanging
Everybody
out.
got here early.
Yeah, they did. And the last few weeks, we've been getting here early. So Cash asked, what's for dinner? We'll go ahead and talk about that a time or two. And we do apologize. Last weekend, thunderstorms rolled in. It
What
got
a mess.
it got nasty.
It
It actually
did.
kind of got a little scary. After we killed the live stream with y'all, the wind, I mean, we kept looking for the tornado that was touching down in the yard. It got really
Yeah.
weird. And of course, here it is Sunday afternoon again. We've already had multiple rain showers today. You'll keep seeing the dark clouds go by, even though I've got y'all washed out on the camera. And there's some stuff blowing up out on the coast, and it's supposed to get a lot of rain tonight. We'll see. Radar looks relatively okay. It may get a bit noisy as far as the wind goes. So, what are we cooking tonight?
We are going to make stromboli on the Blackstone. We're in the mood for some pizza, and I figured we'd do something easy just in case this weather runs us out again.
Yeah, we never
Last
know.
weekend with the egg rolls, that was
Yeah, we never told
a
everybody. A
mess.
few of y'all seen that on our post, but
Yeah.
she made amazing stuffed egg rolls. I'm talking Philly cheesesteak stuffed egg rolls. Um,
Cabbage and
yeah,
deer,
cabbage and venison stuffed
pizza.
ones. Pizza, my favorite. Oh my goodness, they're so good. And we deep fried them, which I mean, we might do that once every year to 2 years. We're just not big fried food
Yeah.
fans, and it's a huge undertaking. We really wanted to show it off, and the weather come in and got us. It is what it is. All right, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm breathing heavy. I'm not in the right state of mind. It's been an unbelievably busy day. We've just got done recording another podcast.
I know. I feel like I'm just seeing you for the first time today.
I have been up and in my office editing since pretty much daylight. This is not how Sundays are intended to be, but we've got a lot going on right now. And we'll have a lot to share in the weeks coming up. Now we do have big projects going on. I want to go ahead and warn everybody. I may have to skip a few days on posting every now and then because these big projects eat up several days of my time before I can get a single video out. So it's very difficult to post a ton of weekly videos when you have these big projects going on, but we'll get through it. And looking at my schedule, I have big projects through, I don't know, 2027, it's looking like. But we're going to have a variety of content for the channel, that's for sure. So, welcome. Let me get back 3 minutes into this. Welcome, everybody. If this is your first time, by all means, say hello, chat. Don't be scared to. We have a great community of people here that will welcome you, invite you in, chat with you, ask a question if you have it. We may or may not get to it. You're more than welcome to repeat it. We'll do our best to catch them, but we can't catch every single comment. We just have enough people now that they're hauling butt on us. Okay, so if I had the Amazon Bear Rug, we're really starting off with that one, Cash. You could have stayed warm and cozy. Buddy, I'm almost in flip flops. It's
Yeah, it's
muggy
pretty
and
warm
hot
here. What
today.
is it?
Now, last night, we were wearing jackets. We went
It
to.
is only 67.
It feels like it's
Gosh,
84,
it
but that
does.
humidity is 86%
Mhm.
humidity, so it feels so nasty here right now. Nice and cool yesterday though. But I don't need the bear rug. Thank you once again for offering. Do not need it. Do not need it. So, see, Casey says the grapple looked good on the video today. Casey, I wonder where I got that grapple, buddy. Everybody, that is Henderson's How To Review. That's Casey who hooked me up with that sweet grapple right there. Oh my goodness, it was so
Thank
nice
you.
to offload all those logs and what's going to eventually become our firewood with that grapple. I only had to get out of the tractor once for the entire trailer load just because some stuff was wedged up weird and I didn't want to
And
beat
he's
my
not
trailer up.
complaining of his back hurting.
No kidding, because how I used to do it was literally hanging forks or a root rake over, getting out for every single log, wrapping chains around it, moving them around, trying to get a chain underneath, hooking up, take them up. It would take me an hour and a half to unload a trailer. It was just ridiculous. Or I'd drag them off the back. And then I've had instances where dragging a log off the back of the trailer, it'll catch some metal and bend your trailer all up. I've had that happen before. So I'm so glad those days are over. Casey, can't thank you enough
Yes,
for
thank
that
you.
that sweet grapple, and I can't thank all the viewers enough for all y'all's 2 years of donations to help make the hydraulics and everything else
Absolutely.
happen. Been pretty awesome. We're not done with the grapple just yet. I just went and got some mesh that we're going to put in to protect the hoses. Casey and a pile of y'all recommended I get the spiral wrap to protect the hydraulic hoses. So I just got some of that in, although I think I'm gonna have to order a little more. It didn't quite come in the way I was thinking. Um, so we're gonna do a little more work with that, and we have a ton of firewood cutting coming because we're almost out of firewood. We're gonna run out. Actually, we're already burning some green stuff. We're gonna run out before the season's over, and I have never once had that happen. At least not in the last recent memory.
Well, just got a lot going on.
And I got my phone blowing up, people wanting to buy firewood and all. I'm like, I ain't got enough for us. So I have got to get in some firewood cutting, but I got to find the time, y'all. That time, that old precious time. So Woody says he loved the outdoor kitchen build. Woody, you must be see Woody off grids. I don't recognize your name, so you might be new to the channel there. That outdoor kitchen build series is still blowing up. As you can see, we're out here at the outdoor kitchen.
We love it. We love it.
We do love it. And I promise y'all, I've had zero issues. We've had this built for months now. We've already went through crazy single digit wind chill temperatures here that I was scared was going to bust tile or do something crazy. No grout line cracks, no tile bust. We've done went through heat. We've done went through cold. It's got wet. I don't know how many
Yeah,
times with
it's holding up
blowing
good.
rain. No issues. I don't want to talk too good about it. We'll have an issue. No gas leaks. Nothing. It's been wonderful, and we use it weekly, multiple times a week. Actually, we without a doubt use this way more than our inside kitchen.
Especially during summer, we're gonna probably be using it every
What you
night.
talking about during fall when it feels good and there's no mosquitoes, and winters when we're really going to use it. But once we get a pool behind us, we're going to live outside. That's
Oh
what we're
yeah.
going to do. That's why we built such a weird house. We want porches. We want to be outside. I don't care about inside. I just want a bed and a shower and an office now that I'm spending an insane amount of time in. So welcome. I'm sure you've probably been here before, but I just don't remember the name, and I'm pretty good at remembering names. Let's see here. Denise says they're having ice storms Tuesday from Arkansas. That's right. I've been seeing that in the weather. It looks like from Texas through kind of the mid states, Texas, Oklahoma, even Louisiana, northern Mississippi. Y'all are going to get some nasty, crazy ice storm weather. We're looking pretty good as far as the future forecast goes. It's going to be like 70s all week, and I think dips down toward the end of the week. So
Hmm.
just going to kind of be old nasty, overcast, wet weather like we've been having. But y'all stay safe in those ice storms.
Yes.
We had one here years ago in Florida, believe it or not, and we were without power longer during that ice storm than we were. We got hit with two hurricanes that year too, and the ice storm did more tree damage, more power line damage, and there's nothing that's worse than being without power and it's freezing cold outside.
Right.
Ugh, I don't know how y'all deal with it up north. No, thank you. Of course, I got to thinking when a hurricane comes through, it's usually 95 degrees and 100% humidity right after it. That's no better being without power. So
Um,
go ahead. I was going to see Karen says, new to your channel, building a new home now. Thanks for all the wonderful advice. You are absolutely welcome, Karen. Didn't mean to cut you off there. I just seen somebody new. And we have a lot more house content coming. What were you going to say?
no, my comment thing said it crashed or whatever.
Oh Lord, here we
Yeah,
go.
so
We're having some problems. Let's
but it came
scroll.
right back up, so
Okay,
I don't
let's
know.
go down to the problem or down all the way to the bottom and see if we have any issues. By the way, I'm gonna disconnect my phone from Wi-Fi and everything else just in case it is on our end. But my computer looks good. Everything else looks great. Might as well not
Maybe
have
it was mine.
everything in the world connected. They'll let us know. Yep. See, comments fine here. All looking good. Everybody has problems, it seems like, throughout the live streams. It isn't always us. So, Mikey, man, thank you so much. That used to
Yes,
be,
thank you.
Mikey used to burn up the grapple fun. Now he's bored, I
Yes.
guess. Can't really do the grapple fun anymore. Said spiral wrap and mesh fun, looking great and powerful. Thank you. I did just order the spiral wrap and mesh as we talked about, but I do have to get some more spiral wrap because it comes and it gives you a weird size and says it's 6 feet long, and it is. But once you wrap it around everything, 6 feet turns into about, well, 2 feet. So I got to order a lot more of this stuff. There was another comment I missed. Where was it? So Nicole asked, "Have I thought about hiring an editor for your videos? Take some of the load off." Nicole, just not making enough money to do that. And yeah, the thought has crossed my mind, but I am extremely particular, in case y'all haven't noticed in some of the videos.
Just a little bit.
I want to edit a certain way, and there's no doubt in my mind somebody that's professional with it could make better thumbnails, and probably they'll know so much more computer stuff than I would, and it probably would benefit us. The issue with that is don't really make enough to pay somebody. And I've had some bogus offers in the past, and people want a certain percentage of your channel. They want all this other crazy stuff, want you to sign stuff over. Hiring somebody outright, yeah, it's possible. The channel's going to have to get bigger. First, what I want to happen first is channel gets big enough I can get Tiffany home, and then we both get so overwhelmed she can't help me with some of the social media stuff. Uh, then we could hire somebody, but we're going to have to get a whole lot bigger before
Oh,
that's going to
yeah.
happen. I mean, a whole lot bigger. Yeah, I mean, several 100,000 subscribers is where you start seeing some of the channels hiring in a cameraman or somebody that they're paying a yearly salary, and they can afford to do that. We're not there yet. We need to add another zero to the end of our channel, and then I think we can do that. What else? There was one other one I seen here. Uh, bear with me. Bear with me. Glenn said, he said, I was pretty much this many years old, and I don't know how many that is. I can't see what you're doing, Glenn. He said, when I knew you could buy a ballast box, I've only seen a 55-gallon drum mods for that. So my ballast box is definitely going to get a ton more mods. A lot of people kind of found some interest in that video, and there was a lot of good suggestions on using the pipes that's already in the ballast box and build something that'll hang off, and I can start storing gloves and chains and everything else. And I'm going to do that. Yep, should have known. Here
In
goes the
case you didn't
dogs.
know, the I was this many days old thing is kind of going around right now, and that means like today or like when you first discovered it, like right now. That's kind of what the thing
So
is.
my life is social media, but I do not like follow social media, as bad as that may sound. I literally just spend time editing and all, and I'm not up with the slang and the terms and
Yeah.
everything. You're gonna have to keep me up on that. Like I don't get on Facebook and chat and look at stuff. I don't do any of that stuff because literally my day is making content, editing content, proof watching content, uploading content. That's I hardly have time to go, well, enjoy other people's content. So, anyways, Mikey, thank you again for the donation there. Very much appreciated. And I know Crystal says out of firewood, what you've been doing. I've been doing too many other projects, way too many. And camping with man's best friend says, just found your channel yesterday. Love it. Well, welcome. And thank you for
Yes,
chatting with us.
welcome.
As y'all can see, I'm way behind on comments. I'm just randomly plucking a few here. Yeah, Miss Red Miller says you're not an overdoer by no means. Sorry, I seen somebody call you Red Miller earlier. It was a typo, but now it's stuck in my head, and that's what I'm going to call you.
Oh gosh.
Say, yeah, Freddie says Tiffany doesn't want to be home. She needs a break from you. Is that true, Tiffany? Is that what have you been chatting and telling these people?
I can still be home and get a break from him.
We
He's
have
always busy.
we have 50 acres. I can go get on the tractor near the backside of the
Right.
property or to my dog house out there if I just
Like
really need to
today, I
spread out.
barely seen him today. I even carried his lunch up to him in the office.
And I hate doing that. That is not what I like doing. I get cabin fever. I can't stay in front of a computer for hours
He
and hours of
actually couldn't
editing.
even hardly walk down the steps because he was
I
so
was stove up.
stove up
Oh, I hate
from
that.
sitting up
I
there
need
all
to be
day.
outside, get some fresh air, and
Yeah.
working on
Poor
projects.
Ruger's been out here bored all day.
Ruger gets a ton of attention though. He gets way
Is
more
he, by
attention
the
than
way?
most dogs. He's over there chewing on his
Oh,
bone. They're being quiet for a second. Leave him alone. Do I have a water softener? And if not, plans? No. I hate water softeners with a passion. Hate them. Now they're good for taking iron and some other stuff out, but there's nothing I hate more on this planet, she'll attest to it, than moisturizing soaps and water softeners, where I'm in there for 45
Yeah.
minutes and I can't tell if I'm clean or not because I feel just as
Every
oily.
time he goes to his mom's
My
house,
mom's,
he's
I
like,
can't stand it. I'm in there washing my hands 15 minutes going, well, I can't get this soap off of me. Like I'm the Irish Spring Dial soap type of guy. The term squeaky clean, that lets me know I'm clean. When I can rub across and I'm peeling skin off and it's squeaking, that lets me know I'm clean. You never get that feeling with a water softener. All we're running is just a couple water filters here because the only thing we have going on in our water is just clay silt. It's just a fine clay silt. And luckily, a $2 cartridge filter takes care of that. We just have to change them out every couple months. Speaking of, I need to change them out again. It's probably been 3, 4 months.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I
No,
don't, normally, no, you
I just did it about a month and a
remember
half
because
ago,
I was
probably.
smelling the water and
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. We start getting a little clay and dirt in it. You can tell. Yeah. So every 3 to 4 months, I change out about $4 worth of filters. But no, I'm not putting in a $5,000, $6,000 water softener.
Pam says, pluck my comment. Do you ever plan to raise meat chickens? That was funny.
Not, yeah, well, I get it now. Pluck. Probably not with the current price that we can buy meat chickens for around here. We have huge, and I mean huge meat chicken producers here, and a gigantic warehouse, probably 30, 40 miles away, our processing facility. And it seems to really impact chicken prices here. We can get, I mean, I just showed a video. We literally got 40 pounds of chicken, huge boxes
Right.
for $13. And then we went back and got another 40-pound box for $15. Now, with that said, that's saying they're convenient and available at your grocery stores. You don't never know if something may happen and food's just not available for whatever reason. That kind of has meat chickens on my mind a little, but I think I want to focus more on building a coop, get some laying hens, getting eggs before I want to get into the meat chicken
Right.
portion of it. I won't say no, we're not ever going to. We very well may. I think we're wanting to get into cows and some other stuff to provide our meat before we probably get into meat chickens. And sadly, that's a much bigger investment. But I've always dreamed about us having some goats and cows and other stuff.
There was
We're working
also a
toward it.
question regarding that about what fence do we plan to do?
Yeah, well, this is where the horse people are going to get on me. We're not doing that huge pasture and no climb fence or Kentucky 4 or 5 board or whatever it's called. We're just probably going to do regular field fence. We know a bunch of people that are really into horses and they say that's okay. Obviously, we need to stay away from barbed wire or anything like that. Now, the perimeter of our property, it's going to be all barbed wire, but our pasture fence is just going to be your standard, what is it called, red bird or red whatever field fence that we can get from the local suppliers. That should keep cows in. That should do fine with horses, from what I've been talking to people about. Now, if we do a goat pen, they'll get their head stuck in that stuff all day long. That'll be where we're going to splurge and spend 2 to 3 times the money because it's such a small area, and we'll have to put in that no climb type of fence, goat fencing, in for a pen for them just to make sure they don't constantly get hung up. So we got a lot of that to figure out. Sadly, to fence all this pasture behind us and put the proper post and gates and everything in, it is thousands upon thousands of dollars, and just not. I want it to be a priority right now, but it is not for financial reasons and because the heat of spring and summer is coming quickly.
Well, and you don't literally have time for
That's what
anything.
I'm saying. I want it to be a priority, but it really can't be. We've put other things, more important things like a pool and deck ahead of that. Probably not the world's best idea, but we're going to treat ourselves right. And then I've got a shop build coming up. We're going to include that on the channel. We got to go help Dad build his shop, and then we got our chicken coop build, which is getting further behind. That solar array.
Don't get yourself stressed out.
I know I can feel my blood
Just
pressure going
relax.
up right now thinking about
Just
all this.
relax. Every time it goes down this list, I start seeing steam come out.
I feel my ears are getting hot. My blood pressure's up. All right. So, any update on Mr. Doug? Nope. As far as I know, Mr. Doug's doing well. No new medical updates to report. I don't think there's going to be any for a while. All is well. So, thank y'all for thinking of him. And when is the next podcast? Ask Rusty. I'm trying to do them every other Monday, which would be tomorrow. We just recorded one today. It just depends on if I can get it edited and uploaded in time for tomorrow. That may be difficult. I'm probably going to get up really early and try to make that happen. So I'm trying to make it tomorrow afternoon. And then I have a really special one with Casey, who was just on here. He's a housing contractor, and we're going to try to get some really good current housing market information out to people and talk about house building, things such as that. But we've had a huge request for tell us about your land. How did you get the property? Where did it all start? So we just told about a 45-minute story today with some good information on how we purchased our land and the whole process getting here, this journey. And then I'm going to make another video later this week on some land buying tips and tricks, the stuff that I just don't see nobody talking about. And some of this stuff is just crucial. It's extremely important. It'll keep you from getting yourself in a bad situation. So we'll have that video coming out as well. So hopefully tomorrow. What else we got here? What else we got? I'm just randomly picking comments. There was one. Oh, Jetty Squared. You got me excited. This is from South Georgia. I have a portable sawmill. I was like, oh, yeah. And he says, if you have a lot of, cypress. Well, sadly, really no cypress on the property. Out there with our swamps, it's like sweet gum and other stuff. We do have some pine and other stuff, though. Hint, hint. Not sure if I want to cut them, though. I'm kind of a tree hugger at heart. I'm a tree
Our
hugger.
own trees.
I'm a tree hugger that loves to burn firewood, but I like cutting dead trees and damaged trees. I don't like going out and cutting green trees if I can help it. But a sawmill, I probably would. Mr. Gray, thank you so very much for an extremely generous donation there. Mr. Gray's always thinking of fence fun. Boy, is
that's a great fun.
That's a great fun.
Thank
Without
you.
a doubt that is,
Thank
because
you.
that's going to be a huge financial impact on us getting the fence. And then, once we get the fence and all in, we're going to want cows, which is another gigantic investment.
Yeah.
But that'll make me feel really good about this place once we start providing our own beef, which is we can produce more meat than we could ever eat in a year, sell some to market, get the tax write-off benefits with that, maybe have some chickens laying some eggs, and we can move into some goats, and who knows where else we'll head, but we'll start being a little more self-sufficient. We already got ourselves 100% covered as far as vegetables. And
I just wish we were getting eggs
right now. I know. Well, you hear the Tractor Supply feed controversy, and guess what? That's what I've been feeding them. And I just finally got them swapped off of that and on a different feed. So hopefully that may get them to producing eggs. Whether there's any truth in that or not, I don't know, but I thought we'd have eggs by now. So we've just swapped them to a new feed to see. And of course, right behind Mr. Gray, thank you again, Miss Lee. Y'all are by far the two most generous people we've ever met, without a doubt.
Yes,
thank y'all.
Thank you.
Constantly think of us. And Miss Lee, I forgot, with the ultimate important fund, the pool table fund. And
you need some relaxation time. Is that what
I
you're
actually,
saying, Miss Lee?
yeah, I actually went over to a friend's and shot some pool last night. I love shooting pool. I really do. Yeah, so that'd be perfect. And I was talking about that. I was like, we got a space in the house. I need a pool table. I really need.
I know. I guess he had came across a free one, and he was like, "What?"
Yeah, my friend, he was like, yeah, a while back, I come across a free one, but I had this, and I was like, holy smokes, I'm looking for a pool table, and free works, even if I got to go get it, refelted and hire somebody to come over here and redo it for a few $100, it's totally worth it. So the good news about pool tables is everybody thinks they want them. They wind up getting them, and then they usually just about give them away because they're like, come get this heavy thing out of my house that's got clothes and everything else on it. It's turned into an ironing board or whatever. Get it out of my house. So we're going to stumble across one here for long. We've got the room for it. We set room aside in our bachelor and bachelorette pad, as I called it in the other podcast. So thank you very much, Miss Lee. I think that is an extremely important fun there. Thank you so much. So Crystal says livestock auctions are so much fun. I don't even know if I've ever been to one. I
we have one in our local town.
I've been to them when we used to do fairs and live oak and all. They'd do some livestock auctions there, but
True.
the
Not like a real one. Yeah.
Well, the real big ones over there in Madison, they do it once or twice a year.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, we probably should go. However, luckily I have friends that are in the chicken industry and the cattle industry and on. I'm probably just going to buy my cows direct from some friends, just whatever they're going to go to market and get. I'll buy them straight from you. I know they come from a good herd, and just drive them to me instead of driving them to the market, and we can avoid all the other paperwork and everything else. The boys are wound up. Look at them. What else we got? Pigs provide a lot of meat and be very profitable, says the farmer. You're correct. The only thing I'm concerned with the pigs is, well, the smell, which we could change that. And I ain't gonna lie, pigs have been more and more on my mind here lately. They reproduce very well. Yes, they used to not produce very good income, but they have here lately. you can provide a lot of food for yourself and some income as well. And what I love about them is they're trash cans, they're trash disposals. You can go out there with all the extra garden vegetables, kitchen scraps. Boys,
They're fine.
goodness gracious, I can't hear myself think. So pigs could come in the future, but I would have to make for sure there's somewhere on the property that no smells happen. Absolutely no smells.
I mean, we don't eat a lot of pork.
We don't, but it's nice to have. And if it's just
Yeah.
we're selling the piglets, and if something ever did happen, man, we got an awesome source of food because they reproduce so very well. And again, you literally go give them all your waste, your scraps, your garden scraps, your house scraps, and they make you pork, delicious pork. Just like our chickens that are so foofy, they're supposed to take some garden vegetables and scraps and make us
They are
eggs.
so
They're the
picky.
pickiest chickens ever. We
Yeah.
can throw watermelons, cucumbers, and
Maybe now that they're older,
maybe
we should
so.
try a little bit more. And I forget all about scraps, giving them scraps, honestly. I
We
kind of
need
forget
to.
about it.
Yeah, which we
Yeah.
don't have a whole lot of waste. We try not to do that. So Mikey says he changed the feed as well, and they are now producing eggs. Something's going on. That's mighty weird.
How long did it take for whenever you changed the food for them to start laying eggs? Would you say?
Yeah, let us know that, Mikey. And pile driver, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Chalk for the pool table. I like it. You always need chalk, whether it's on your hands or on the stick. How about that? Digital Dan. Must be a conspiracy there. He says, who owns Tractor Supply? I don't know, but I'm assuming you do. Yeah. Okay, of course, there's Cash. He says, then you can make homemade carnitas. And I do love me some carnitas.
Yes.
You got a point there. Got a point there. That's a very valid point for raising your own pigs right there. And homegrown pork is so much better than store bought. And sadly, we really don't know. We don't really have any friends or anybody that raises hogs. I don't know why. Now I've ate wild hog, completely different than store bought. But as far as homegrown, we've had everything else: homegrown chickens and homegrown cows, and pasture raised cows, all that. But yeah, I guess hogs we need to try. I don't see why it wouldn't be better, especially if you can fatten them up how you want and feed them how you want. So, David, thank you so very much for an extremely generous donation. There's
Thank you.
said Ruger's Toys and Food. Hear that?
Yes.
Hear that, Ruger? You get toys. Hear that, Bullet? You don't get no toys. Just kidding.
Bullet has enough toys, and he don't even play
Bullet's
with them
of the
anymore.
age he could care less about
I
a
gave
toy.
most of them to Ruger anyways, but yes, he needs more toys. And we've kind of, been going through some food stuff, so we're trying to really find the right kind of food for Ruger.
Which so far so good. We got him on a new food for 2 days, and things are looking better. So I swapped him off the puppy food to an adult dog food, and his stomach was not taking it. And I even went back to some puppy food and started slowly mixing the new adult food in, and his stomach was not taking it. So I just, believe it or not, got him on a turkey and venison food because the reviews were amazing. And we're only a couple days in, and so far he's looking like
He was okay this morning?
yeah.
Okay.
Nothing out in the cage, no accidents out in the kennel. I checked him out in the yard. Here we are talking about poop on a live stream. Welcome, new people. I checked him out there, and everything looked halfway okay. And I was expecting for it to upset his stomach again, swapping him to yet another food. It takes a while to kind of get that in your system. Obviously, he's running around. He's looking good. He's still got him old fat belly. He looks healthy, and he's got the most beautiful coat you could ever ask for on the lab. Oh, we always get comments on his coat. It's so shiny and looks so good. And goodness gracious, David, we were joking. We weren't trying to tie you into another
Thank you,
another donation there. So a blanket for the old man Bullet. Thank you.
Oh yeah, he loves his blankets.
He does love some blankets now. There ain't no doubt about that. So thank you so very much for that. There was one other one up there saying something about squirrels. We're gonna have all the new people going, these crazy jokers.
Go from one to where?
Yeah, I need to do the squirrel for the way I jump. That's the old saying for when you can't stay focused. So Cash says squirrels, biscuits, and gravy. Our small game season is in right now. I was waiting for it to cool down again. That's on the menu. Some rabbits and some squirrels.
You keep saying the rabbit thing, but
I know, and I've got all these awesome recipes that I really, really, really want to try. But if I may brag, I make some mean squirrel recipes.
He does make some really good squirrel. If you go to our outdoor channel, way back in the beginning, he did lots of squirrel recipes.
Don't go watch those videos. You'll cringe watching them. The audio is horrible. I don't know how to act in front of the camera. I'm so nervous.
No, you did some really good ones of like the footage through the woods and all that. There's some good ones.
Boy, them old videos are hard to watch, but they're funny too. Man,
Hey.
the camera used to scare me. Now I could care less. All right. So Big Wave says he's up in Richmond freezing his butt off, basically. Can't wait to get back to Florida tomorrow. Well, we'll have some rain and everything else waiting on you. So drive safe and all that junk. Let's see. Here's another one I was going to catch. Oh, let's see the conspiracy there now on the chicken feed. Reading through a few of y'all's comments. Bear with me. It's not like we're live or anything. So Mikey said 6 days is whenever he's seen the change, and now they produce.
Awesome.
We're probably a little more than 6 days in right now.
Yeah, we probably need to look up our breed of
Well,
chickens.
keep in mind our chickens are only right at 6 months, but I'd heard
Are
that's
they only really 6 months?
well, yeah, middle of this month was 6 months. Remember we
Okay.
had them July, 4th of July. So
Okay.
beginning of this month was 6 months. And we have what are they? We think they're silkies.
Yeah.
Is that what we think they are?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know, little foofy dodo birds. They always got their do done and hair. They look like they just come out of the
Their fluffy feet.
yeah. Oh my goodness, we have the fanciest looking chickens you ever seen. But hey, they was
I know.
free. They were free. We're gonna get some more too since we built them a new coop and try. I want to get up to like 8 or 9 laying hens. I think that'll make probably more eggs than we can eat until they go through their little molting stage and all that stuff where they just don't produce. But I'm hoping we see eggs any day here. Trust me. We'll probably make a short or something real quick and live with me going, look, we got one tiny egg that's not going to feed us, but we got our first egg. Something we'll be looking forward to. Let's see what else we got going on here. Miss Redmilla says your thermal's going to get moldy. Use it. I pulled it out. I pulled it out the other night and did some checking, and I'm pretty sure I caught a coyote going across the backside of that pasture. Problem was that's 500-600 yards, nothing I can really do about that. But I've been pulling out, especially on the cool nights, and I've got a lot of footage recorded that I'm trying to make another video with, and we'll put that on our outdoor channel. But trust me, it gets used. Something doesn't seem right, or our yards all of a sudden getting dug back up again, if you know what I mean, we pull it out. We absolutely do. So Robert says, yeah, baby chicks takes about 6 to 7 months. So we're right there in that range. We're about to hit the 7-month mark here coming up, I guess, next weekend. So hopefully it'll work out. So Miss Lee says she changed to Dr. Pole's dog food. I have looked up every dog food on the planet, but I don't recognize that one. I've looked, we're not going to do the cheap bag stuff now, but I've looked from the mid-grade stuff all the way up to, holy smokes, I didn't know dog food could get so expensive. I'm talking $150 a bag plus. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this because you don't go into pet stores, but I mean, they even have like a cold section.
Oh, I know that.
Okay.
I know that.
Of like real meat or whatever it is.
Yeah, well, trust me, he gets plenty of real meat and snacks and bones, but I need to get him on a good mid-grade dog food.
Right.
We're not going for the cheap stuff. I want it to have not a ton of fillers and all that other junk. And I really hope he likes the venison one because I like venison. We can eat together. All right, let's see what else we got here. So Daniel did a video yesterday on some ducks. I did not check that one out, but I remember seeing the thumbnail pop up. And believe it or not, I really want ducks. Now, y'all actually taught me how to ducks, and y'all have an extremely valid point. I want ducks to run around the yard and do their things and waddle and look goofy and lay some eggs. We're about to put a pool in. That's not going to work. I'm not going to have duck poop and everything in my pools all day long.
No.
So if we have ducks, we're just going to have to lock them up like chickens. At that point, I might as well have chickens. You know what I mean? So if we weren't doing a pool, anything but a pool, I'd have ducks. I've always wanted some. I think they're the funniest looking jokers. Are you really gonna crunch that bone up right here?
He is crunching down.
Uh-oh, grab that piece.
Probably get that sliver.
Yeah, we're trying some new rib bones, and I don't like the way they're breaking up. Our old rib bones did not do that. All right, Miss Lee says $45 for 25 pounds. Yeah, that kind of sounds like the stuff that I'm buying right now. Actually, I'm getting a little better price than that, but I've noticed if you buy the big, huge, gigantic 40+ pound bags, you get excellent prices. But that's not too terribly bad right there. What else? There was one other one I seen.
While I'm up, should I go ahead and get the Blackstone going?
You sure can. Go ahead and fire it up, warm that up right there, and we'll answer some more questions. And then for the new people, our Sunday afternoon live streams, they're so random. We just talk, chat, and for some reason we started cooking a while back. So we're going to be over here banging some utensils around and making some racket here in a second. And I'll move the camera around and we'll continue to chat. Hopefully y'all can see me. It's starting to get a little dark. And I look red. Yeah, my blood pressure's up. It's been one of them days. So Cash says ducks make holes in the yard. I already do not like that. Y'all know my thoughts on that, and they poop everywhere.
Sounds like
Well, them chickens
it.
poop everywhere too. I think all birds poop everywhere. Hey, Ruger poops everywhere. Not a whole lot I can do about it. Oh yeah, Glenn's got another good point. He said it's not just your pool, man. They can walk across the concrete and pooping all over that.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, and I listen, our porch is already destroyed and as dirty as can be, thanks to Ruger, who brings every bit of moss, limbs, bark, everything in the world up here. Muddy feet, swims all day long. I can't keep this porch clean for nothing. So I definitely don't need duck poop all up here as well. That I don't think I can handle that. We're gonna stick with the chickens. Thank y'all. See, y'all taught me out of ducks once again. Yeah, Mr. Miller brings up a valid point. She says, well, you're going to have a lab in the pool, aren't you? But hopefully my lab's not going to be pooping all in my pool. And we're going to do our best to keep him out. So we're going to try to give Ruger his own personal pool. I think that'll be a cool build for the channel. But it's going to be extremely hard to keep him out of the pool because this dog loves water more than about any dog I've ever seen. It don't matter if it's 30 degrees or 80 degrees, he's going to be in the water. And I guarantee you, when we're out there splashing around, having a good time, he's going to have to join the party.
We're not even going to be able to stop him, I'm sure.
Well, luckily, I bought an oversized filter for the pool, so it can help filter out dog hair, and there better not be no poop. We're not going to handle it. Let's see here. Yes, I can barbecue says, you so angry. I'm not angry. Maybe because of the red face look. Is that why you gave me that little emoji right there? We need an outdoor Roomba. Ooh, you might have just become a millionaire.
An outdoor Roomba? They make those?
No, he says that's what we need.
Oh.
I'm thinking he's joking. Do they really make one? They probably do make one for concrete. And I'm thinking he's joking.
Let's get a sponsor
If they don't make, well, if they don't make one, you just become a millionaire, my friend. That would be pretty
one
funny.
that like pressure washes.
Oh Lord, now you're talking too much.
Kind of like that thing that you use. I mean,
that would be nice. If one drag a hose around, pressure wash my porch, clean it off. That would be nice. So Mr. Jimmy says, turn the camera and show the flag. I don't know that I can, to be honest with you. I'll do that in a minute. Remind me in a minute because they've got posts and stuff in the way. And I think it may unplug my camera. Sheep. Don't think we're going to ever do any sheep. Not thinking about it at least. And Justin says, what about a pool fence? Yes, we're actually going to, as much as I despise a pool fence, we have to do one for insurance purposes or they just absolutely won't cover us. And I've got a pretty unique design in mind, but we've got to lock down our deck first that we're going to do. But I'm probably going to build an accordion fold up style fence so we can be nice and open when we need to. And if kids or something's coming over and we're worried, we can close the fence up and protect it like we're supposed to. So we'll see how that works out. So people say dogs like pumpkin, says Sharon. I have actually heard that it's great to give dogs, and I see a lot of
very good for them.
Yeah, they say it's good for their stomach, help settle things out.
We need something to firm up the stomach right now, not loosen it.
We'll give it some crunchy pumpkin.
No, pumpkin it helps.
Oh, it helps clean them out. Oh, we don't need that right now, Sharon.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I have heard it's really good for them, but we don't need any more loosey goosey, if you know what I mean. All right, what else we got going on here? Oh, Cash says, make sure you register your pool with the local fire department. They did, and it helped their fire insurance at their place. Interesting, I guess, because they can just pump straight out of the pool, which is what I had planned on doing with my little homestead fire truck that I built. By the way, it's going to get bigger. That pump, I can throw a hose over in the pool, and I'll literally have, I think it's 20-something thousand gallons available. I've got a 100-foot hose to it, so that could fit anywhere in the house to fight a fire. But you've got a good point there. It's not like there's fire hydrants out in the country. And I guess they would bring a tanker truck out here that only has so much water. Or if the hose truck, ladder truck makes it here first, if you have a pool, I'm sure they can pump right out of it. So yeah, we'll make sure we mention that. Thank you. There's all kinds of crazy discounts people don't realize for homeowners insurance, like the type of roof you do. If you do fiber cement siding like we did, that's pretty much rot and fire resistant. We got a discount for that. Security system got us a heck of a discount, especially if you'll do fire monitoring, which cost us an extra $30 for a fire alarm that hooked up to our security system. Make sure y'all check on all that stuff. It saved us quite a bit of money. So Miss Ramilla's jumping off. I know it's probably almost midnight over there where you're at. Thank you for chatting with us. What else we got going on here? I seen another comment I was going to grab. They're flying through right now. So Steven, yeah, he said try the dog food with rice, like lamb and rice. I was considering that. I've kind of been doing the chicken stuff now. I'm doing venison. And he said German shepherds sometimes need a special food. He's had to feed them lamb and rice. I've seen lamb and rice was widely available at my local stores, so we may have to try that. Sharon says get enough squirrels to make a rug. Oh no. Oh no. I'll take the Amazon bear rug before I get a squirrel rug. All right. What else we got going on here? Everybody telling Miss Redmilla good night. All right. Y'all running out of questions? I know I missed quite a few. Ask it again if I missed it. There's something else here. Come on, y'all. Ask away. Y'all being mighty quiet all of a sudden. I'm slightly blurry. It might be because my camera's out of focus, or we could have some internet issue going on, or it could be on your side. Let me turn the camera up, by the way, and let me see if I can get the flag from Mr. Jimmy, although I got a wide angle lens on. I don't know if it's going to pick it up. I'll try not to unplug, y'all. Where the heck is it? Oh, there it is out there. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. Not a whole lot of wind right now, as you can see. Might as well go ahead and set the camera up for Tiffany's cooking. Y'all bear with me, and we'll get everything a little brighter. And I'm going to do my best not to unplug this camera like I have tried to do before. All right, so I think y'all can see the Blackstone now, although we're a mile away. Yeah, looks like y'all can. We'll go back to chatting. Yeah, so Julie, you asked a very important question. Are we going to do any fishing, crabbing, or boating soon? We should, but with the cold fronts coming through, it just makes it miserable out there. It's so windy, so cold, kind of avoided it. Although I was talking with some friends last night, they've been doing a little fishing, been doing quite well, although they said it kind of shut down this last week. So nothing in the immediate future, but if we get a warm snap, yeah, I'm going to go do some fishing. What you got? Yeah, why not? I had to show off the flag for Mr. Jimmy, so figured I'd just go ahead and keep it pointed right here.
All right, we're gonna get ready to make our stromboli. So if you missed it, that's what we're making. We're gonna make a loaded. Oh, I don't have my mic on. Sorry.
Yep, let's try again. Don't worry, I'll edit that out.
You'll edit it out. Oh, no way. All right, check.
Take two.
Okay.
Yes, it's working.
We are gonna make loaded stromboli. I better not take this off yet. I gotta cook my meat.
We'll get to it in a minute. How about that, y'all? So Cash says he's got a question. Thoughts about the new ballast box and being able to tow your splitter with it. Well, Cash, the crazy thing is I come up with that idea all on my own, and I thought it was a really good idea. I may even patent it and see if I can become a millionaire off of it. So towing your log splitter behind your ballast box was a excellent idea I come up with. Yeah. By the way, Cash come up with that idea.
He wants the credit. Give him the credit.
Yes, Cash, there's your credit. It was a really good idea. Thanks for making me work a few more hours that day. I didn't have time to do that, but once you said it, I was like, I got to do it now. It was already on my mind. Then when you said it, I was like, great, everybody's going to be thinking this. Now I've got to do it. What you got going on?
All right, about to throw some Italian sausage on the griddle. There we go. I took the skin off of it, by the way, so we're going to make Italian sausage crumbles to go on our stromboli.
Nice. I'll try to get the camera closer in just a minute. Actually, let's zoom it in just a little. I just bought some software that I'm playing with. I'll eventually be able to do a live stream with two cameras, or let's don't get too much. You can't see her over here working right here. So anyways, the new software will allow me to log in with my phone, and then the phone can become a remote camera.
Oh,
yeah, pretty neat, ain't it?
That is neat.
So we can kind of go back to the old school way of me walking around with a camera, and I can do a picture-in-picture. Problem is, I've got to figure all that stuff out. I am not very tech savvy as far as, well, I'm not computer tech savvy. We'll get it all figured out though. But I've already bought the software, so now I've got to use it. Better Blames Diamond Natural. All right. Well, thank y'all for these dog food suggestions, Robert. I'll look into it. Simon says, how much is 2 plus 2? Why are you trying to trick me? Why are you giving me all these old crazy mathematical questions? 2 plus 2 where I'm from is 5. What's the problem? What else we got? So, are we getting any eggs yet? Yep, we just discussed that a little bit ago. We were feeding them that new controversial feed that apparently doesn't produce eggs. We just swapped them off of that, and they're right at 7 months, not quite there yet. So we're hoping any day now we'll start seeing some eggs, especially with the new food and how old they are. We're going to fly a second flag. I have been considering it. Our pole, it's just big enough I could say fly a Florida flag or Kelleys Country Life flag or whatever else right underneath it. I'm trying to make my mind up because I upsized our American flag to a 4 by 6 foot versus the 3 by 5 that come with it. And I made for sure I bought a really good quality one that's got the sewn in tag, the USA stamped one, because I want a USA made flag now. I don't want, that just seems so weird about a non-USA made flag made outside the USA. I was adamant I was going to get that. Who's texting me? All right, let's see what else we got here. So everybody's talking about the egg prices. Speaking of that, I finally made it to Costco. Their eggs were still reasonable. However, they have a sign up now. They're limiting you to 2 a person. Doesn't matter if it's
Get out the kitchen.
a half dozen or 5 dozen boxes, but no more than 2 a person. But I got 5 dozen eggs for $15. It's a gigantic box, so we're gonna have to try to do our best to eat those up before they go bad on us. With that said, they were kind of cleared out. We're still seeing high egg prices. We're still hearing about it, but I haven't went to any local stores since I bought that 5 dozen box. But I was kind of shocked to see the limit on how many you can buy. It's always something, isn't it? Always something. There's one other comment I've seen here. The new chicken food, I forget the brand of it. It's just layer. I'm running layer crumbles right now. I'm eventually going to go to pellets, but my chickens are still kind of small. I just went with a different brand. I was buying at Tractor Supply. I've heard way too much controversy over that. Something about the brand chicken feed they have. People are seeing lack of laying production. So I went to a feed and seed store and bought their in-house stuff. It was definitely a different brand.
All right, so I am about to throw on some onions and peppers. Kind of want my ingredients to be a little bit cooked in the stromboli because it's pretty much just baking the bread once you get it all rolled up on here. So I'm going to have all my ingredients somewhat cooked here.
I see a couple people just jumped on asking what's for dinner. You've caught it. Perfect timing. Strombolis. So Italian sausage just went on. She's got, I guess that's just your dough. I don't know
That
if you
is
call
my
it
dough.
anything
It's the
special.
pizza dough. It's just like a Pillsbury pizza dough.
All right.
And I got some onions, and we love banana peppers.
We do love banana
I
peppers.
would have put, excuse me, these peppers are choking me. I would have put mushrooms, but I didn't want to overload the stromboli either.
Yeah.
We're probably already going to be a little overloaded, but we'll see.
Just overload it with meat and cheese. Meat
And lots of cheese, Chris. Is Chris on? I don't remember seeing his comment.
I'm not sure if I've seen Chris's either. I feel bad if I done skipped over a bunch of his, but I don't know that Chris is on tonight. I done scrolled up a long ways. I don't see him. Shame on you, Chris. Better be important, whatever you're doing. So sunflower seed too, says Julie. I am not feeding that. That is something I need to offer them. I'm seeing some people went to like a grain mixed goat feed. Starting to see that trend, and people are saying that their egg production is doing very well by just getting completely away from a chicken feed. So I'll have to kind of look into that as well. So have I thought about getting a freeze dryer? That's actually been kind of a popular question. The last time I looked at them, they were quite expensive from what I remember. I would like to have one, I believe, but we do so well with freezers and vacuum sealing. The only obvious risk there is if your freezer ever goes bad, but we run multiple ones so we can kind of move food around. We're not necessarily so worried about the power because we're getting ourselves established with backup power well, many different ways for that. So that's kind of kept me from really investing in a freeze dryer, but I have been very curious about them. That's kind of cool that you can take a lot of your stuff, freeze dry it, stores well, and then you can warm right back up in soups and stews and all kinds of stuff. What you doing?
I'm putting my sauce on my pizza dough here,
That's
getting
that
it
homemade
ready.
sauce from our tomatoes that we grew in our garden this year.
No, no, no.
Yeah. Ain't no Chef Boyardee ravioli sauce, is it?
No.
So Cash says Tiffany's going to put one of them store-bought eggs in the coop and trick me. That would be pretty funny if she does that, and I'll post a live stream.
Oh
She's
my
laughing her
gosh.
butt off
Why
the
didn't I
whole day.
think about
Well, here's the thing. We have little chickens, and if I see this gigantic, large store-bought egg in there, I'm already going to be like, come on.
I should have thought of that one.
That would have been pretty funny,
That would have been
especially when I post a live and you comment on it. By the way, that was me.
Thought you would have showed me first, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here's some cheese.
Yeah, sorry, Chris. You should be on here. Here's all your cheese, even though I don't really have the camera down to it, but y'all can barely see it. You get the point. It's a lot of fresh shredded cheese.
Oh dang, I didn't put any seasoning down.
Well, you can put it right over the cheese. It's all going to melt together.
I got excited about the cheese.
Let me get some Italian seasonings.
Some Italian season. Might even do a little camp.
A little cow camp? Nah, don't do that
Yeah.
stuff. Don't do that stuff. Cash is already trying to get me tricked. So Robert says gasoline and diesel starting to skyrocket there in Crystal River. I don't follow the news or anything else. So why on earth is gas and diesel starting to skyrocket again when it didn't go down enough? What the heck's going on now? This world's getting crazier by the day. It's going to be where you about can't afford to live any sort of convenient life almost, which everybody's form of convenience way
Y'all, I'm
different.
just adding whatever season I love, which is mainly garlic
We got to
seasonings.
tell them, say a pinch of this, a dash of that.
Italian seasoning, garlic.
All right, so there we go.
They can see my slippers. Good. They can't see my slippers down here.
Nope, but when we get our new lighting lens, they will be able to. We're starting to get a little dark, but I think everybody can see us halfway okay. All right, my goodness, y'all got a pile of comments now. Let's grab a couple more. So Steve says, greetings from South Florida. He's cooking bacon-wrapped, cheese-filled Angus hot dogs. Well, ain't you trying to fancy it up? My goodness. I can't say I've ever had that.
All right, I'm going to add some pepperoni now. Like I said, it's going to be a loaded
Let me get one in.
stromboli.
I love pepperonis. Can't eat too many of them, though. Get a little bit spicy. I probably shouldn't chew in everybody's ears, should I? Kind of rude. Oh, pepperoni, so good. Mike says they're going to be a balmy -10 tomorrow. Enjoy that, buddy. It's going to be rainy and probably 70 here. So I already tell you that. Crystal, very good point. She says put a golf ball in the nest. I forgot. Sometimes if you put a fake egg or something in there, it kind of entices them to lay, sit, do their thing. That's not a bad idea. Which we may be rushing them. Again, there's 6.5 going on 7 months.
We're rushing them at the price of eggs.
Yeah, have you seen the price of eggs? I'm going and I'm going to have a come to Jesus meeting with them. Y'all better start producing them, man. Y'all see what happened to them roosters, didn't you? I'm just saying, can't afford to feed y'all without no eggs.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, goodness. Cash says they're having carne asada nacho fries.
Oh.
My goodness. Now you're talking our kind of language. Holy smokes. I'm about 40 comments behind. Glenn asked, do I have a post hole digger for the tractor? I do. And I have not been using it here lately because everywhere I've been digging, you're about to see in an upcoming video, I was nervous about hitting water lines and power lines and everything else. And I keep convincing myself to post hole dig, which I need to do because I'm fatter than I've ever been. And a little manual labor is a good thing. You see the way I eat right here. I need to use that manual post hole digger.
We eat better during the
Miss
week.
Ramilda's done signed off. She's in bed.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
We eat like this all the time. No, we don't. We really do eat salads and vegetables and a lot of stuff all throughout the week. I love vegetables. I really do. Shane says they're having clams and shrimp. Oh, my friend made a shrimp gumbo last night, which I can't eat because I'm highly allergic to shrimp, but I love clams.
All about taking the shrimp out for you.
No, I wasn't worried about it. I knew it was, I'm glad he didn't worry with that. We don't need to cater to my, what am I thinking? What is it called? Allergy needs. I'll just call it that.
All right, I'm cooling the black soda off just a little bit before I throw this dough on there because I don't want it to burn.
That ain't gonna cool that off that much, but it does release all your food. Cast iron holds a ton of heat. So what else we got here? P-Row says What's your thoughts on the outdoor Wi-Fi extender for the deer camp? Have you dabbled in that? So, what a Wi-Fi extender is, it'll actually, I'm assuming you have Wi-Fi there, because an extender will take the signal from your Wi-Fi router, send it through cable to an antenna or a plug in the wall style, and then broadcast it elsewhere and pick up. Those only work in a certain range. And I just installed one for a friend. I didn't record it, and I was so impressed with it. I wish I had it. We bought it off of Amazon, and his shop is several hundred yards from his house. And we hooked up an antenna outside his house, ran a cable down to his router that's on the inside by his computer, and it broadcast hundreds of yards over to his fully metal shop, like what I have. Brought the signal inside to an old cheap Wi-Fi router, and it worked beautiful. I mean, we didn't hardly lose any speed, nothing, and it worked a long ways away. And that one claimed it would do up to like 3 kilometers. Now, I'm sure that's open line of sight in perfect conditions. That's what I know as a Wi-Fi extender, other than the little plug-in ones you do in the wall. So if you're talking about something different, let me know. If you're at deer camp, I'm almost thinking you don't have internet there. If you have any sort of cellular connectivity, you need to watch my cellular internet videos. You can really hook yourself up there. What we got going on?
Just a tad bit more cheese.
You want me to fold that thing up?
No, I got it.
You sure?
Yeah, I got it.
It looks pretty good. Oh, you don't went all fancy with the, look at you with that wrapping paper. I don't know if they can see that or not.
Oh, it got kind of warm, so.
Yeah, it did right there by all that heat. It's already rising on you.
No, it's just kind of sticking to the paper a little bit.
It's working. Check that out. She's rolling it right up. Oh, yeah. Now we talking. This fat boy got to eat. What else we got going? I'm reading. Y'all bear with me. Put an ostrich egg in there. That would be the size of our chickens. You see our little chickens? So Cool C says, Andrew, for those that can't donate but want to help out, can you tell us how we can help? For example, you make more money if we watch your commercials all the way through. What else can we do? So yes, but I would never tell people to go above and beyond doing something that's really going to annoy you. So the way that works, man, I'm really dark. Let me bump the camera up and we'll have a good conversation about that, because there's another way that really doesn't cost any more money and that a lot of people have jumped on, and it helps us out tremendously. All right, so let's turn this up. So if you're watching YouTube, for example, and you click on an ad or watch it all the way through, yes, we get a fraction, literally a fraction of a cent more. But when you're talking thousands of views, hey, it adds up. That's the way the whole thing works. I would never tell people to just constantly stay in an ad or go click on an ad that you're not interested in. Don't worry about all that. How you're truly helping us is watching. Views is the most important. How long you watch makes a big difference, because the more you're engaged in the video, the more they recommend it. The more you're engaged in the video, the more ads that are seen, which helps us. And sharing it, growing the channel, subscribers and views. That's what it's ultimately about. Now, for the people, and I need to bring this up and thank people. I need to do this a lot more often. People that want to support us, we always provide an Amazon link down in our description on every video, including this live stream. We have an Amazon store, and Amazon does a really wonderful thing. Anybody that clicks on that link, it takes you to our store where we have all the stuff that we use on the channel. However, if you're not interested in anything that we use on the channel, it still takes you to Amazon and it tracks what you purchase and rewards us because we technically drove the traffic there. There's still an Amazon search bar up top. You click, you go in it, you make your purchases like you normally do on Amazon. Doesn't cost a dime extra, and they'll actually pay out to our account. We don't see all your personal information or anything else. All we can see is something was bought. We don't have a clue who bought it, anything. And a lot of y'all started doing that last summer, and we can't thank y'all enough for that,
Yes,
because
thank you.
I mean, it's made a heck of a difference. I mean, right now we're making several $100s a month. I'll be open and honest with you on that. And we had a few months where we got over $1,000 because there's some people that obviously are running businesses and making some gigantic purchases through there.
Yeah, that
So
was
while we're
crazy.
not retiring on several $100s a month that we're making right now, it makes a gigantic difference. I mean, that's all our gas covered for the month, or vehicle insurance, whatever way you want to look at it. Or it's what we typically do. It's a new camera or a new lens, save up a few months, a new laptop, so we can make better content. So that is probably one of the best ways that people can give back to the channel when you can't physically donate. And for all the new people watching, we don't ask for donations. Everything that you've seen happen tonight from people, it's out of the kindness of their heart. We never beg, ask, none of that. All we ask is just watch our content. If you like it, throw a little thumbs up, maybe tell your friends about it. That's what it's truly about, growing the channel. Everybody that's
Absolutely.
doing all the above and beyond stuff, we don't expect it. And we thank y'all so much for the people that are doing that. But I said all that to say, don't go above and beyond or do anything that's inconvenient or not comfortable to you. Don't do that at all. But Amazon's a great way to donate to the channel, help us buy gear, and it doesn't cost a dime extra, assuming you're already purchasing off of Amazon. So there's that spiel. Thank you, Cool C, for asking that. We truly do appreciate you and everybody that does that. We really do. Show everyone my shirt says Crystal. Well, it's just one of our merch shirts. If you're doing sport channel, I guess there's that. Man, y'all look at y'all. Y'all working it tonight. We do have a link down there for anybody that wants to buy merch, from koozies to tumblers to shirts, and we truly appreciate everybody that's done that as well. What else we got going on? Was you about to say something?
Nope, it's pretty much just baking now under my lid and getting
Miss,
ready to
is that a
brown.
Miss Lee lid?
Yes, it is.
See, Miss Lee, always thinking of us, hooking us up, sending us Amazon
Yes.
stuff right there. All our Blackstone accessories have just about been provided.
Yes.
Oh, let's see what else we got here. What made a Nautic Star boat be the one that I wanted? Ask Glenn. Okay. Affordability at the time, lifetime warranty on the hull, which I didn't care about. It was wood free. They had some really awesome stuff going on. And it had the deepest V of any bay boat except for one other one I looked at. I think it was a Bulls Bay, but it had the deepest V of any bay boat in that particular price range and feet. And it rides so good. We used to have our first offshore boat was a 22-foot cuddy cabin, and this boat rides 10 times better than our offshore boat did. We tend to run that boat offshore more than we do inshore fishing or near shore, 9, 10. Sometimes we'll go 20 miles out if the weather's right. And occasionally you're going to get caught in rough seas. And I wanted that bay boat that had that deep V. I'm not up there skinny water fishing, trout fishing, and red fishing in 6 inches of water. So the V didn't bother me. Now we still go to sandbars and get out in 8 or 10 inches of water, and you can do that with that boat, but it's starting to get very close to the bottom. But that was the main reason. It had no wood, all composite, good reviews, and a really deep V. Yeah,
Oh
no.
yeah, looking good.
All right. Good luck flipping that thing. Don't pop it. Hey, get your shovel.
I have my shovel.
Oh no,
Or
that's
my
a pizza
the pizza
peel.
peel.
A pizza peel. What else
So
we got
this is
here?
gonna take a little while to kind of get going because you don't want to burn it. You want to cook it nice
Heck,
and
maybe we should have
slow.
started with that thing. It is what it is. Looks like a lot of people are having football conversations from what I can gather. I am not a sports fan or into football at all. Y'all are going to hate me for saying that. I don't have time to watch it, but I think that's what y'all are talking about. So Doug says, new to the channel, love what you're doing and how you're doing it. Living in North Carolina now, but moved to Ocala a year and a half ago. Very familiar with Ocala, and been saving up for a while, ready to get moving on his pole barn house. So awesome. Hopefully you can find a lot of good information on the channel. We're probably 3 hours, 2-3 hours from Ocala. I know the area. We drove through it a lot. But hey, welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you find some really good information. Man, I'm mighty red and yellow now with them lights. We've got our lights going on out here, and oh, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I need to change the color. I'm just going to be really red for everybody. So Dean brings up a point that I have heard, and I don't know how I feel about it. He says, the Den of Tools just published a video about lumber prices going to skyrocket again. I don't know why they would. Housing market's up, interest rates are up. I am not seeing people building around here at all like I once
And the
was.
stock market's down.
Yeah. I'm hearing of people literally starting to look for work that's in the construction trades, whereas a while back they were turning it all down. I just can't imagine why lumber is going to skyrocket. And to fill y'all in a little bit of information, a huge lumber mill near us that was doing record profits and doing amazing last year, literally handing out bonuses to everybody. They just up and announced a couple weeks ago, out of the blue, nothing wrong with this mill, huge to the community. They're closing it down indefinitely.
Yeah.
So if lumber's about to skyrocket, I don't see what's supporting it. We got mills closing down that we're seeing. We've got housing market showing signs of faltering. We got interest rates through the roof. I don't know why lumber would go up unless there's something we're not seeing. It doesn't make as much sense this time that it's a demand thing, because I've been going to the lumber stores a lot and it's there, it's available. And at the moment, it's affordable, other than the plywood stuff still a bit high. So I don't know if I'm going to agree with that one unless there's something else going on behind the scene that we're not seeing, something in the economics of all that. So Tyler says, if we skip ads, does it dock your pay? It makes a small impact, but as long as it popped up and you reviewed it or viewed it, it doesn't make a difference. Now, the people that's running the programs that automatically skip ads for you, there's kind of, well, I don't even know the term for it. Programs that YouTube technically doesn't allow. Yes, that does impact creators. And I had somebody ask a while back.
Oh, it's looking pretty.
It is looking pretty. If they do YouTube Premium, do we get paid? Yes, YouTube Premium, which allows you to skip ads. It's a paid service for YouTube. I have it now, so I can listen offline and skip ads on music videos when we're out here enjoying ourselves. We still get paid a portion of that. So thank you for asking. But if you have some special app or extra service that's skipping ads, yes, that does hurt your creators. Just clicking on skip next, it makes an impact, but it's not the same at all. You technically seen it in front of you, and we do get, there's no monetary value I can put on it, but it just shows that you review or seen or shown an ad. Hard to explain all that. I probably should do a video on that one day for the people that are genuinely curious about behind the scenes stuff on how the heck does social media work. What else we got? Yes, I still think y'all were talking about football. So, Mr. Mike, thank you very much. He says, I use your Amazon link every time I order, and we can't thank you enough for that,
yes,
Mr. Mike.
Thank you.
We really do. And like I said, I think a couple people with some businesses that watch us started using it last year because it made a heck of an impact. Started seeing some crazy big purchases. We thank y'all so much for that. We really do. Mr. Mike, we thank you for always thinking of us, donating, sending us stuff in the mail. You're too kind. What else we got going on? A Outdoors says, sorry I'm late. Don't let it happen again. We're just cooking a stromboli underneath the lid over here. Man, I am so red in these lights. I can't get the lights figured out. Don't worry about it. You got to hit a special button and change the color. And
Quick.
Next thing you know, they'll strobe. They'll go disco on us, everything else.
Get away. Get away.
So thanks for all the content you show. Think you do a great job. Come with some clever stuff. Thank you very much. Do appreciate you watching. Cash says we got to do some butter and garlic cow camp brushed on top. Cash, what you think that is, buddy?
Ask and you shall receive.
Already ready. One step ahead of you. What else we got going on? How long did your lettuce take from seed to establish in your hydroponics? What would you say?
I thought you were gonna keep the dates. So
well, I can go back and watch when I post it, but we've been eating. I would say 45.
Probably about 30, 35, 40.
Yeah, 30 to 40 days, I'm guessing, and we're still picking off of it. As long as you don't kill the plant completely, it'll keep growing up and making new leaves. Now, eventually, it reaches a height that it's just going to fall and break over.
We do have some little tiny peppers.
We do. Our bell peppers are putting on now. I got tiny little peppers. So I need to do an update. We bought us a third one, and it's got lettuce coming on about this tall right now. But eventually, what we're probably going to do is have at least 3 rotating lettuce, because that's our most desired crop. But right now, we're playing with some other stuff. But bell peppers are looking awesome. Nice, healthy, thick stalks, big, gigantic leaves. And I guess it was yesterday morning I called you in there. I'm like, look, we're starting to see our first little peppers curl over. So that'll be pretty cool before long. James says he went to Home Depot to buy a southern yellow pine, and it was imported from Sweden. Well, that makes not a whole lot of sense, does it? And we have yellow pine like crazy down here in the South. That import-export game is so unbelievably difficult to figure out. It has a lot to do with taxes and loopholes and all kinds of stuff. What else we got going on?
Yeah, sorry guys, it's taking a while.
Oh, that's all right. They talking about football and everything else, lumber prices. They chatting. There was another comment. I keep scrolling back and forth. So, Doug, okay, that's the one I was going to catch. You said you're seeing a lot about the prices of homes and things right now, and you're also trying to figure out the financing. That's a tough portion, especially with a pole barn house. And do I have any videos suggesting that? I do not, because we're very fortunate that we worked extremely hard for about a decade, saving money, paying stuff off. We talk about a lot of this on our podcast channel, and we paid cash for our house. Now, it like it killed us because COVID really made things go over the budget. And we sold our last home, took the profit out of that, and put it all toward this. All I can tell you for the financing side, I used to be heavy into the Facebook Barndo and Barndominium forums. Go there. Some of them have hundreds of thousands of people. And I used to post content and share our story there until pretty much the moderators decided they didn't like me sharing any of that there, which made no sense to me because I was helping people. So I got aggravated and left the forums. But if you go to those forums that are chock full of people all across the country building exactly like you're going to, there's a lot of financing people in there too, and financing were very popular subjects. It's difficult to find engineers for these style homes because they're so new and different, and it's very difficult to talk banks into financing this style home because, well, they want cookie cutter, site built, typical, good resale value, comparable sales to everything else in the area. We went through all this ourselves whenever we were going to build a different style home and trying to get it financed. And believe it or not, the bank, even though we had excellent credit, we're going to put a huge down payment down on it. The bank said, your home does not compare to others in the area. And this was like after a month process, they said, yeah, we're pretty much going to drop the loan process because we just don't like the way it looks in your area. Now, that was us dealing with a small local bank. Then the COVID hit. Then the prices were going up on the contract price that we had. So that's ultimately what led us to building our own pole barn style house because we knew we could build it for cheaper and use the money that we were going to put as a substantial down payment on the other home and probably pay out of pocket. And we barely made it happen, but we made it happen.
Barely made it
We
happen.
barely made it happen, but we made it happen. So go check the forums, Facebook forums, the Barndo and Barndominium forums. I guarantee you'll find some information about financing there because a lot of people have built these style homes that didn't pay cash for them. So it's that information's out there. I just don't have it for you, sadly. See what else got to go. So Glenn says you do a great job with your live podcast. I unsubscribed from 2 channels last because they were interacting with folks that also had channels. We're not here. We're not here to cross promote and do all that. Now, if we have a buddy that jumps on with a channel, we're absolutely going to talk to it. But ultimately, we're here to spend our Sunday afternoons and hanging out with our
Right.
viewers
Y'all are the
because
ones that are always here
you're the
supporting
ones
us.
supporting us. You're the ones
Yeah.
making this thing a reality by sharing and doing all the stuff you do. We're here for you.
Mhm.
We're not here for cross promotion, and that's why I don't do. I turn off monetization and ads for the live while we're live, so it's not bothering you. Occasionally, I forget. I do allow it to play back after the fact. I don't get on here pushing products or companies. This is mine and your time. This is our time for our YouTube family, as we always call it. So it means a heck of a lot of us that people are willing to get on every Sunday afternoon. Time's precious, and spend their afternoon with us.
I'm just trying to sit here and grill the sides a little bit.
Oh, that's fine. Do your
Yeah.
thing.
It's almost done.
Don't nobody want no doughy
And
dough.
honestly, we could log off and just send the picture after the fact too.
My elbows locking up. I ain't 18 no more. Y'all should hear me coming down them stairs, clicking and popping in my ankles and everything else. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because it's pretty much done. And once the bread is done, we'll cut it open and
What's up,
we'll
buddy? And
send
Ruger's
y'all a picture.
Ruger's hit me in the side with a ball wanting to play fetch. So we'll catch one more question and then we'll probably wrap this up tonight. We've already been on well over an hour, it looks like. Oh, Cash, talk about cow camp again. Ow!
Yes, I got to put my butter on in just a minute here.
All right, let's see what else we got going on here.
We'll close out with me putting the butter on it. How about that?
How about that? Cash me outside.
You had to, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to. So Brian asked, "What time is sunset here?" I don't know. What time is it now? Almost 6:15. It's hard to tell. I think it's a little before now. I see you, buddy. Ruger is dropping this ball.
He wants his daddy to play.
He wants me to fetch so bad. Look at him. He keeps dropping it. All right, you want to fetch? Come here. You want to fetch?
Go get it.
Go get it. So my little buddy wants to play fetch. I guess it's probably time we wrap this thing up.
He hasn't seen you much all day.
No, he hasn't, because I've been editing all day.
Right.
I don't know if people can see the Stromboli there. We'll post some pictures to our community tab. They probably can't see it because everything's out of the way there. We'll grill the sides and ends a little longer, and we'll bust it open and post some pictures. But thank y'all so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with us. My dog is calling me to death over here. Oh, yep,
Oh yeah.
there's your cow camp butter.
And I was gonna do like the Parmesan cheese, the shakeable Parmesan cheese on it,
Oh yeah,
but I forgot.
and no oregano.
I
You
have a
ready?
little bit of Italian seasoning in here, so we're good.
Ready? Go get
All
it.
right, so that's it for the stromboli. We'll cut it open. We'll show y'all some pictures on our community tab in a little bit.
We're gonna have to let that thing cool off before we eat it anyway.
Yeah, true.
So thank you so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with us. Good night. God bless. We appreciate everybody that watches and supports the channel. It means the world to us. And I guess we'll catch y'all next weekend at 5 p.m. Eastern, like we always do. And we're going to have quite a few random videos out this week. Don't forget our podcast channel, the
Tomorrow,
Kelleys,
maybe.
the Kelleys Off Script. I'm going to try to get really early and get that video out for the people that's been asking for it as well. Catch y'all on the next one. Good night. God bless. See ya.